know that hormonal fluctuations has been the major challenge of menopausal weight loss. This week, I've just been really diving into my schedule of when I'm fasting and seeing if it is something that I can consistently do and still lose the weight. But then once I'm there at the goal, that I'm maintaining it, because we realize that maintaining our weight is probably the most difficult part once you reach the goal. And we know that reaching the goal is not what it's all about in this journey. Life after 50 can be very complex, but what we're chasing is simplicity in life. Would you agree? So I had to adjust my approach. I had to no longer look at, say, hey, I want to weigh 125 pounds. I want to be a size 2 again. You know, all those things really had to be looked at realistically. And I had to look at myself and know that I have a new system now and really be more realistic so I don't disappoint myself of trying to do the same things to get to that weight when I was younger. We have more carbs now. We have more fat, a higher percentage. And it's okay as long as it's proportioned in the right places where we want it to be. My fasting, and I think why I have been a little more successful in the last month or so, is because I had to accept what I really want to do with my body and how I want to feel and look in my clothes. So once I came back to, the reality check and what is my current reality, I knew that I could reach the actual goals that I was setting. So if it's an additional 5 to 10 pounds heavier than what you thought before, that's totally fine. You're still winning. You're still getting to the look and the feel and the vibe that you want. So I adjusted my fasting window as well. From last week's video, when I went into fasting consistently on Mondays, 24 hours and more, I also have seen a big change because, this week has been highly stressful, very stressful because I had returned to work. I really found a lot of success in being on leave. When I'm taking care of my mom and I just decided that I had to put my career on the back burner and focus on her and really give me the time to breathe and also to lower the stress, which is lowering your cortisol levels, right? And being in menopause or post-menopause, the hormones are fluctuating all the time and the imbalances are always going to be a challenge. If we lower the cortisol levels, which is a hormone, right? Then the body weight started to really make a difference and started to change and started to release. I had to release stress, and that is the only way that we're going to be successful. So let's really look at the things that you can release, the things that you can say no to, right? Setting boundaries and things that no longer serve you. Ask yourself those questions. What is no longer serving me today? What is causing me harm, whether physical, whether mental or spiritual? Have to get rid of those things in your life for you to see a change in what you set for yourself on a physical side. When the weight is just sitting there and it's not moving and you're eating the right things, right? So removing the sugars. I still have a problem right now with sugar. So it's off and on. And because of, these past holidays, things like that, people are giving you more sugar, or we're just bringing it into the house, which we know is no bueno because if it's in the house, it's going in my mouth, right? So these are the things that we need to adjust and change, because there might just be one factor there, one thing in your diet that should not be there that's causing that weight stagnation. Maybe it's just tweaking the fasting plan. So I did tweak the schedule. So when I have extended fasting, right, 24 hours to 36 hours, remember, it's about gentle fasting and I was easing back into it. So weekly, I do 24 hours, and I had pushed it up a little bit to 30 hours, give or take. And because I was really stressed this week, I ended up doing two 24-hour fasts back to back. And then the other days, about 3 days, I was doing OMAD. And then on 2 days a week, I would do my 2 meals a day, or what we call 2MAD. The other thing about the weight stagnation, I had fallen off of drinking the water that I should have been this week just because I forgot. I was working and really being busy. So I was just not drinking enough water. If you're dehydrated, which most likely we are, and we're not drinking enough water throughout the day, then we really confuse it with we feel hungry. And that can get you into trouble. And then you break your fast in the wrong way and start eating the wrong foods. We have to keep high protein, right? Intake, good fats, and also to make sure that the water is coming into play regularly. I know that's not so easy, but hydration is really key to losing the weight, but also to make things flow, and your gut health is really keeping it optimal because we have to make sure things are flowing. So decreasing my stress is really what mattered. And to simplify your life, that's all included. It is the ultimate foundation of living a life of simplicity. And when we live in simplicity, then all things just fall away and start to melt when it comes down to our weight, and the fat percentages comes down. I know belly fat is a big thing, and it's a big thing in menopause. That seems like all the weight just directs itself to that waistline, and it's frustrating. I know. But when everything is cluttered around you, physical clutter, the closet, look at your clothes. Is it time to shed some things? Because now that we're changing seasons again, this is a great time to get rid of clothes that don't fit anymore or you just don't like on you nowadays. I have a lot of clothes in there that I just realized that I don't like wearing them anymore. So I need to get rid of those things. That makes a difference when it comes down to the weight stagnation. Also, clearing out your home office. We have so much in the environment that is really toxic, and that's another reason for holding on to the weight. So look around your house and see, what do I need to get rid of that is causing me harm? And the last thing I will say about what helped me with stagnation and seeing the scale move again is making decisions on things that I was procrastinating on making, right? And as I mentioned before, putting my career on the back burner to give my mom more attention. For those of you that are new to the channel, I'm a caregiver full-time for my mom who had a stroke at the age of 55. And this is the reason why I started the channel. Being at the same age where my mom was when she had the stroke is very critical to me to make sure that my lifestyle is different from what my mom was doing. And what it was, she was highly stressed and she had high cholesterol, not eating the right foods, and she was not exercising. And, she was a smoker as well. So all those factors, they really just made a tsunami in her body. And she's now 82 and she's still here. We thank the Lord for, but she doesn't live the quality of life that she really wanted to do at the age of 55. She retired from her job and 2 weeks later had the stroke. So what it comes back to is making decisions that are good for you and then implementing them and moving forward. So I hope that helps, and really looking at what you need in life and look at it like your life depends on it to make a change. So I'm here for any support that you may need or accountability. There is the free resource on my website, and you can find that as well with a link in the description. If you just want to kick off your weight loss, if you're new to fasting. So again, thanks for fasting with me, guys. I look forward to the next video. And always remember, you can begin again. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.